Okay, so I've now done, this is my second batch now. The first batch I didn't film the end result, but that's outside drying now, and this is now the second batch. With the first batch finished, I've now done my second batch, and what I've done is, because there was a slight amount of colour left in the water, and sometimes this happens, especially with blues and greens, I like to put the next batch in and use similar colours. Rather than going completely different with the colours, I've gone with similar palette of colours. So this one that I've done so far is a sort of more of a bluey green with purple mixed in. So time to take this out. As you can see, the patchy effect of the purple in amongst that bluey green colour is quite effective. So just need my colander. So just get my colander. So what I'm going to do is literally just pull this out, let it drip for a few seconds to get the majority of the water out. You can see the purple blobs in there, quite effective. And there's quite a subtle blue-green colour. If I want it stronger, of course, I can just mix the actual dye a lot stronger as well. So there we go. Just pull this out. And what needs to happen is it needs to cool very slowly to allow the wool to cool down, rather than shocking it with cold water, and then I'll be popping it in some water to wash off any remaining vinegar from the water, and any dye that's left over in the water as well. Just make sure there's none down at the bottom. Usually it kind of floats, so that's quite good. Right, so then the next lot can go in. What I'm going to do this time, again changing the colours slightly through the batch, I'm going to put some purple in this water to start off with, and that will then spread throughout the water. I want this next one to have more of a purple tone to it. Of course, this method, you can just do this anytime, you know, you can literally just make a plain coloured wool just by doing it this way. Put the dye directly into the water before you put the wool in, and the mixture will be more of a smooth dyed consistency rather than blotchy. Okay, be needing more of that in a bit. Just mix that round a bit, make sure it's nice and well distributed. It's only very, very subtle, that. There's not a lot of colour in there. It's just to sort of take the colour into more the bluey, purpley colour shades. Don't know if you can see right now, but the colour of this water is now much more of a blue colour rather than the green colour. Again, just very slowly put it in, trying to reduce the amount of actual disturbance as possible. Pop that in there and just dunk it underneath the surface. Right, that's as much as I can fit in there now. So I'm going to put some more of the colour in now. So this time I'm going for the purples again, because I'm wanting to head towards that direction with the colours. So I may use up all of what I've got here, so see. And I quite like that lovely teal blue colour, so what I'm going to do is not put any over that side, the other side of the pot. I'm just going to concentrate all my colour on this side of the pot so that I can preserve a good amount of that colour from the dyeing process, because I like that. So I don't want to mix that in too much with the purple. So what I should get is half the pot in purple shades and half of the pot in this lovely teal colour. It's good fun, this, just playing with your colours. Get creative. Mix any colours together that you want. Just remember, if you were mixing those paints on a palette, remember your colour wheel and what colour you're likely to get out of it, so that there's no big surprise when you take this out. So remember, if you mix red and yellow together, you'll get some patches of orange, and if you mix blue and yellow together, you'll get some patches of green, etc. And if you want that to be the case, then go for it. There we go. I've nearly run out of my purple now, so might as well put in what I've got here. Should get some nice effects. Some of the colour may work its way over to the other side, but as long as I've left part of it without any colour on, I'm sure I'll get a good amount of this lovely blue left over at the end. Just put some on the surface. That's a little bit. Clean up a bit. Right. That's all of my purple used up now, all gone. So again, just put the lid on the pot and allow that to simmer through, and when it's ready I'll take that out and let that dry as well. Simmer through. Okay, there we go. Okay, so that's the finished wool now. I've taken it out and it's been allowed to dry. That's the first one I did, and it's quite sort of green. And then I did the second one, which had some of the blue left in the dye, and I just put some of the purple in there at one side. So that's more of the bluey tones, a bit more sort of turquoisey rather than green. So I hope you like that. I mean, you could make the colours a lot stronger. I wanted to make mine quite pale, and also I used vinegar with this as a mordant, but I do prefer to use citric acid crystals if I have it, and I didn't have any at the time, but I have now. So I would make that maybe a bit stronger with the citric acid crystals, because it makes the dye go into the wool more efficiently. Yeah, so that's the two different versions, so I hope you like that. Now the next thing would be to card this, and then that can be spun into lovely wool. If you card it, it will keep some of these colours together a little bit, so you'll get some lovely variation in the finished wool. So that's great. Thank you. Bye.